right. Oh, this thing is recording, and I hope it doesn't overheat because my phone be overheating. What's going on, people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. I just woke up looking a hot mess, but it is in my heart to put this out there. I don't even know who's watching, who's going to be watching, who's going to be ever seeing these videos. I don't care if it's a one person, two people. I don't even care if you're watching this video or listening to my message long after I'm gone. It could be 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now, a billion years from now, because everything that's coming from me in this video is my true, authentic being. And as a result, part of my essence is captured here. So if you're someone who has the ability to tap into the frequency of genuinity, if that's even a word, genuineness, authenticity, you'll be able to relate 100%. So no makeup, no filter, no editing. I don't think I'd be editing this video. Again, I don't know how long this video is going to be. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos because these thoughts be going through my head. And also, I was having an existential crisis last night. I couldn't sleep. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad to the point that it triggered hyperventilation like it did 2 months ago. And I was rushed to the hospital. So I've learned how to manage it. Hopefully it's not going to, I'm not going to trigger myself again because I'm drinking coffee and caffeine is definitely a huge trigger, but I don't know. I need to find a way to quit coffee, but until then, but anyway, I want to talk about a couple of things. Let me turn this TV off, chat, because this TV is distracting. I'm a loner, like I've mentioned a couple of times, even though a lot of people don't believe me. I've met all kinds of people who try to argue with me. I don't argue with people. I just tell you what I say. You know, that believe it or not, that's your problem. There's some people who try to be the exception to that, manipulate their ways into my life by pretending that they understand what I'm saying, even though you don't understand. Like, my dear, I can feel your energy. So if it is not, if it doesn't match mine, I don't recognize. I'm not saying that as lying, you know, and I'm not saying that you're lying necessarily, because I don't know. Me saying that you're lying will be arrogant to be, you know, because that's me implying that I have full knowledge of the entirety of your being. That's not true. I just don't recognize your energy, meaning that we're not saying the exact same thing. Therefore, you don't get it, which is fine. And I appreciate people who don't get it or ask questions, but the ones who say that they get it, I'm used to that. But anyway, I am a loner, like I mentioned before, and I'm going to keep documenting the things that make me a loner, the things that people do that make me like, yeah, I don't know. There's something about this place I'm just not feeling. And one of those things is how comfortable people are. I've always noticed this all my life, and I try to play along, you know, it fell flat, yeah, until I unplugged. But people are so comfortable. People are eerily comfortable. Even the ones who say that they're not comfortable, you know, some of the people complain, almost like AI. It's almost like this is a virtual reality world. People are way too comfortable. The way the people of this world live, there's something about it. I don't want to say it's bad, but there's something about it that just doesn't seem right to me. Let's talk about a couple of things. Let me sip chat. For example, the idea of coming out of a closet. Why do you feel the need to come out? Imagine a family of 10, okay? And you're gay, and you feel the need that you have to come out. Why do you feel the need to come out? Because you are hiding something underneath. Why should you be hiding to begin with? I understand that this whole sexuality thing has become a sense of identity, which I keep saying that sexual orientation should not be seen as a sense of identity. I've broken that down so many times, but you know, in modern times, people identify with these things as a sense of identity, sure. But shouldn't you relate to everybody in the room, in the family, as yourself, including if it involves your sexual attraction to whoever that is, whoever you're attracted to, without having to come out officially? Because we expect you to come into every relationship, every situation as yourself. Now, granted, all those 10 people, you don't know every single little detail about each other. This is the beauty of separation, okay? This is a realm of separation, at least one of the terms that I call this realm. So it is impossible for each one of us to know every single thing about each other, which is a blessing because human is limited. And as a result, our minds have selective perception and our minds focus on what is important to us. And as a result, things that are trivial about you, I don't need to know that. And, there's a possibility that your sexual orientation, who you're attracted to, is trivial. So you don't necessarily need to tell me who you're sleeping with or who's sleeping with you. That's fine. But in a situation where it is necessary for that part of you to come out, let's say we're looking at someone and that person is good looking, let's say it's a man, and you're also attracted to that man, shouldn't you feel free to express that as well, as opposed to hide that? Like, I don't know if I'm making sense. The the point of coming out, not even the point of coming out, the act of coming out itself is so weird to me. And I know some people will miss the point of this. Forget about sexual orientation. There's a lot of people who are living in the closet, not sexual orientation, including straight people who are disingenuous with themselves because someone told you that this is what a real man is. And you're trying so hard to emulate this narcissistic, illusory, patriarchal idea of what a real man is, or what a real woman is, or what a real Nigerian man is, or all these things, what a rich person is. We package, we pretend to have this amount of money. We People fake accents, people lie that they have japa but you live in Lagos. So people pretend that they are doctors but you are an ashawo. People pretend that they have this job but you don't have a job. Things like that. That is all being in the closet. That is weird to me. Don't get me wrong. I know how to play all those games too, Chad. And sometimes I have fun with it. Don't get me wrong. That's part of the whole performance state in this world. It can be fun. But the fact that people see this and are comfortable with it, unless the people I pretend to know, that to me is weird. Because I don't know about Chad, okay? Yes, I like to play. I don't play as much anymore. The games I've always played in the past, I call those games uche. They've always come natural to me. And in my mind, as long as I'm concerned, through God Almighty who strengthens me, I've always believed that the people I was playing with knew I was playing until eventually a couple of events that I had in my life in the past, I came to realize that not everybody knew I was playing. So now, the only time I play Uche is with people who know that I'm playing Uche. Like, it's not real, it's a performance. Like when I'm on my podcast and I'm doing things like this, there's nothing wrong with those, but they come natural, because I'm having fun. I'm animated. I'm animated. Sort of like when Nicki Minaj does her little British accent. She's not really British. She's just having fun. And if you think that that's her pretending to be British, then you miss the point. If you get what I'm saying. But I've come to realize, maybe because I'm genuine with it, a lot of people confuse it as who I am, I guess, without realizing that's just a part of me. So when people are being introduced into my life at a certain intervals, let's say you meet me at a club and I'm throwing it down, like I'm having a good old funky time, and then in your head you think that I'm party head. No, that's just a performance that comes natural to Uche. It's not fake. That's one of my many hats, if that makes any sense. But I've come to realize that a lot of people don't see that. They don't see that. Maybe people are just used to performance. Maybe people are just used to performance. Or maybe when people complain about the things that's wrong with this world, the injustice, insecurity, the government this, political this, it's all a performance too. Because you complain about all these things, yet you're still very comfortable. Because again, from my perspective, that's just a show for me. Like I know how to play, all those things, but at the end of the day, I know that it's I'm just playing. The real reality still hits. There's a lot of injustice. There's a lot of things that are not consistent. It is or are that are not consistent that don't make any sense. And I try to, I don't want, should I say fight? I try to fight. I try to navigate. I try to mitigate as much of it as possible with this burning passion within me. And then I get reprimanded. People say that I'm doing too much. I'm used to, you're doing too much. You're being too deep. It's not that serious. You need to calm down. But we're all complaining about the same things, aren't we? But I'm trying to do something about it. Yes, I know how to perform. But at the end of that performance, I'm actually trying to do something about it. But you seem like you don't want to do anything about it. You just rather just complain. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm even just rambling. People are too comfortable. You're too comfortable with the fact that people around here are wearing masks. You're too comfortable with the way things are. You're too comfortable with the fact, like, for example, another example, why are you like when I hear people who are looking for relationships, I'm not interested in relationships. I'm happily single. And like I mentioned before, more than likely I will depart this world single, and I'm more than okay with it. But when I see people who are so hell bent on having a boyfriend, having a girlfriend, looking for marriage and this and that, in this world, why is that your priority? To find a relationship in this world where people are wearing masks. A lot of people are so disingenuous. You yourself, you're probably just also full of shit. So if you're wearing a mask, how do you expect someone to see you for who you really are? And then vice versa. How do you expect to see people for who they really are? So as a result, you have a whole bunch of people who are getting together wearing masks. You complain they're cheating on you, they changed up on you, and things like, well, because we live in a world where people are wearing masks. And why are you comfortable about that? How are you comfortable about that? Chineke Lelu, I hope I don't trigger my own existential crisis right now. This is why I walked away. Like, I'm not doing this shit with y'all. Again, the games that I've played to me are innocent. Like they're very obvious. I don't even want to call it a game because it doesn't feel like a game compared to what people are playing. I don't even want to call it a game. Like to me, I'm Uche. Uche's animated. Uche's fun. Uche is limitless. Uche was born free. Uche will depart this world free. So I do me. I will always do me. You know, with sincerity. There's no intentional to take advantage of anyone ever, hurt anyone ever. None, zero. Because that karma, dude. None of y'all worth that karma. Okay, like I do not want shit on my soul. Okay, I want to leave this world owing nothing, owning nothing. That shit is very important to me. Okay, maybe call that OCD. So I don't. The games that people play, it doesn't make any sense to me. And people seem comfortable. How are people comfortable with the fact that we live in a world where some people have a passport that can take them into anywhere in the world? Meanwhile, some other people have a passport that cannot take them into anywhere in the world. Like your determination, the thing to determine if someone can travel is, let's say, an American passport. With an American passport, you can go anywhere. Meanwhile, with a Nigerian passport, you can't. So your entire worth is reduced to a fucking passport. And people are comfortable with that. Am I? Am I the only one who sees that something about that doesn't sit right? It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. It doesn't sit right at all that we are comfortable. And another thing too, I think this is also what triggered me last night is what is the average human being doing? The average human being is doing nothing at all. Nothing. You're doing nothing. Even if you think you're doing something, you're doing nothing. Now let me break it down. This triggered me last night. The average person, young Lynn, for example, has a job, a 9 to 5 for the most part. Shout out to all the 9 to 5s. You clock into a job that you don't own, a company that you could leave at any moment, Chad. Because the reason why you're there is because they're paying you. Once they stop paying you, you're gone. Or when somebody else is paying you better, you're also gone. So you don't have any type of heart attached to it, nothing at all. So you're part of a team. You fake smile with these people or whatever. It's never that deep. The job that you're doing is not one that is fulfilling in your soul. It's just so you can have some type of money so you can take care of yourself. Nothing wrong with that. You do this out of 7 days in a week, 5 days. And by the time you get home, you're depleted, you're tired, you go to bed, drained, wake up to repeat. You know what I'm saying? You know, life force has been drained and taken from you. And the only way to keep you complacent is all these vices of alcohol, drugs, sex, pornography, um, workaholic, shopaholic, or just attention seeking, attention whorism online. You know, anything to just keep you pacified. And you know, a lot of these Western words are good with pumping you all kinds of comfort so you can remain complacent. And then the only days you have to be you is Saturday and Sunday. And Saturday and Sunday, especially Saturday, is when you hang out with your buddies. A lot of these relationships are just, you know, everybody's wearing masks. If you're blessed to have relationships where people are being themselves, you're one in a trillion, not even billion, Chad. Um, you know, everybody's being politically correct, dancing around each other. Um, Maybe you go to church on Sunday. And for the most part, a lot of people are addicted to their screen. You see this all the time, and everywhere I go, young people especially, and it's usually TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. There's no connection. There's no intentional connection. There's a lot of man-made shit that people are plugged into, including your work. There's nothing wrong with that. Shout out to work, you know, get your money. Plugged into your phone, plugged into your TV, your laptops, but there's no connection with each other. When you're supposed to, you know, even the connecting with each other is just so superficial. This follow for follow bullshit online. Oh, I'll follow you if you follow me back. And if I don't follow you, you don't follow that. What the fuck is this? And then when you're with people in person, you know, I've been to all kinds of ridiculous brunches, hangouts. We're not talking anything. There's nothing of everybody's where maybe it's just me. I mean, it's gotta be me, because there's a block. I'm trying to connect with you, but there's a block. And people are comfortable with this block. At some point, I just stopped. I stopped picking up my phone, responding to DMs, responding to texts, because I'm not doing this with you. Because when I try to connect, there's a block. There's always a block. Maybe this is how you're raised. Maybe this is cultural for you. Maybe, but for me, I can feel this block, and as a result, that passion deep inside of me, I'm not able to give you my full self if there's a block. People are not connecting with each other. People are not connecting with the earth. When was the last time you looked up into the sky and looked at the stars? There's so much light pollution. I believe that there, you know, like Eckhart Tolle talked about, stillness speaks. I use stillness and silence interchangeably because to me, both of them are the same. I genuinely do believe that silence speaks. Silence has been speaking to me all along. Actually, all of my life. I never really realized it until I lived in Texas, and it became way so obvious to be like, holy shit, it can it could give you goosebumps. Like when you start to see, you start noticing random sounds and random noise and patterns, and you see even sometimes when you test it and it confirms it. Sort of like in the Bible, I forgot who it is, Chad, Enoch and whoever, you know, heard his name and he thought his master was calling him, and then he went to his master like, "Did you call me?" And the master said, "No, I didn't call you." And then he went back again. And was like, "Okay, well, if you hear the name again, say speak because I'm listening." Because he recognized it was God. The same situation. I feel like I'm rambling, but you get it. Silence speaks, stillness speaks, and there's no silence in this world. The average human being is so consumed by noise, 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 noise everywhere. Noise from light pollution, noise pollution, sound pollution, noise from the bullshit we eat, the poison we drink. In America, for example, the food is poisoned. Chinekele, like, and people are comfortable about this. People are comfortable about this. I looked at all of this and I'm like, I'm not doing this. I don't want to be part of this. I just completely unplugged. Completely unplugged. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I believe we are capable of so much more. It is eerie to think about how very it's almost like there's an intelligent force behind all of this. And that's what triggers me, my existential crisis. Like there's an intelligent force that is unseen that is doing all of this. And people are plugged in and people don't see it. Unless y'all see it, but you're acting like you don't because you're protecting yourself, then I guess that makes sense. But how long are we going to keep acting for? How long are we going to keep doing this bullshit for? It's fun sometimes, but when I see real life consequences, when I hear people, unaliving themselves, you know what I'm saying? Those are real life consequences. When I see people getting deported, ICE, all the shit, real life consequences. And people act brand new, like, don't you understand cause and effect? Like, what the fuck? And we pride ourselves to be intelligent. Humans are not very intelligent. We are not. We're actually quite fucking dumb. We think we're intelligent because you're born in this sliver of time where all this shit looks new and relatable to you. It looks cool. But I think we're capable of so much more. Even Jesus himself said, ooh, I need to breathe. Jesus himself said that in spite of all the miracles that he's done, that we can do way more than him. And I believe that. Think about all the things we know in human experience or human existence. All of the things, including our ancestors, and I'm talking about the Neanderthal and, Homo erectus and habilis. Oh, I'm getting triggered. I can feel it. Fuck. I hope I don't pass out. We are the only thing we know. I think I'm going to pass out. Breathe. 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 I'm going to try to rush and finish this because I feel this fire inside of me, dude. I feel this fire inside of me. See, this is why I can't fuck with people because I don't get it. Even the ones who claim they get it, you don't. You don't. This fire scares the shit out of me. That if you were to see the real me underneath all of that, whoo, girl. I'll say yeah, boy. But anyway, all we know about humans is just 1% of that. 1%. And we are living within that 1%. What happened to the other 99%? No traces. All we know is Stone Age cave paintings. What happened to the other ones? Way before that. The people who had no distractions of anything man-made. They weren't plugged into TikTok, plugged into 9 to 5, plugged into politics and nuclear weapons. I believe these people, the ancestors, they were plugged into something much, much, much deeper. They had time to gaze at the stars and listen to the stars. They had time to connect with the trees, the earth, the wind. And remember, like I've mentioned before, the concept of time is man-made. There is no time. Time is also relative based on the observer. The concept of time, when you live in the moment, in the present, time freezes. So these people more than likely were not even bored at all. They always had something going for them because they were plugged into the now. They had no distraction whatsoever. I believe that the concept of turning water into wine is something that's nothing to them. The concept of raising someone from the dead. Matter of fact, when I think about it, I'm thinking about like a village. Imagine one of them was depressed. One of them was suffering from depression in a village. Back then, I'm talking about, I don't know, 5 million years ago. I'm not talking about the caveman Chad. 5 million years ago, if one of them was suffering from depression, they would see it as a demonic possession. And I could see like they will all come together to perform a ritual to get rid of that demon. All of them, they'll come together and feed this one a life force to push that demon out. They will not shame this person. They will understand that this is our brother who has fallen and we got you. But today, everything is so shallow, so surface level. Everybody looks good on the surface. I look a hot mess, Chad, because I don't give a fuck anymore. I haven't even worked out in how long, Chad, because whatever. But everybody looks T on the outside. People are going above and beyond on their face, boobs, ass, skin tone. Everything is the hair, Chad. Gotta be laid and fried and dyed. But people are dying on the inside. People are down on the inside. And we're all comfortable. All comfortable. Even the ones who claim to be uncomfortable. But it's your action. You're smart enough to give a little dance. Oh, I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, this is not right. Women's right and gay rights and black right and Black Lives Matter. But it's your action. I don't recognize myself in you. You're not angry enough. You're not fuming enough. You don't have it. And Nigerians were the most triggering for me because my people are so intelligent. We know how to have all these conversations. We know how to speak English. My people who speak English. A bunch of Nigerians will come together like, oh yeah. Tinubu is the problem. And yeah, Hausa people are the problem. Everybody's speaking English like they all went to Harvard. Like it's a Harvard interview. But I don't recognize any one of you. None. I don't. It's lonely. It's fucking lonely. It's lonely. It's lonely. It's a different type of loneliness. It's a different type of loneliness. The only way I can describe it. Like I want to connect, but there's nothing to connect to. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing. Nothing. It's a different type of loneliness because people are too comfortable. And you might have okay, I'm coming down now, thank God. You might have some type of inclination for something, but then it's short lived because you revert back to the distractions. The only thing I can think of is when Jesus said the body is weak, but the spirit is willing. I forgot who it was. Was it Peter that saw him walking on water and he decided to walk with him? He believed, but then eventually he got distracted and then he started sinking. And I see that a lot. I see that a lot. Even in me, actually, I see that. It's worse when I'm with people. Like I don't like myself when I'm around people because most people are not intentional as fuck at all. Sorry. And when I'm around people, I start to lose myself. And these people they lack grace. They lack empathy. And then they start judging me. Oh, you're such a hypocrite. I thought you were this. You thought this is why I don't fuck with y'all. I never act like I'm better than anyone. I am human just like you. How can I trust to be around you if I know that there's no grace for you to catch me and vice versa? You're waiting for me to slip. I give up, Shad. I give up. You get the point. You get the point. You get the point. So yeah, I say all this to say that's why I'm a loner. That's why I'm a loner, and I own nothing in this world. I owe nothing in this world. Apart from my two sisters that I'm so grateful for, I'm genuinely grateful for, who get it. Everybody else, as long as I'm concerned, people come and go. I don't know you people. I've been blessed enough to meet some dope people. Shout out to some really dope people that I've met. Shout out to you, Dr. Hamadi. I don't even think he'll watch this, but Dr. Hamadi is definitely somebody who exudes a lot of simplicity and humility that is almost eerie because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to a person, especially a man, having that deep level of stillness. So shout out to you. I've also met a few other people. It's so rare to meet this. So rare to meet people like this. And right now, honestly, it's just my two sisters that I recognize. And I think because we have longevity, they've seen different phases and seasons of me, and I've seen different phases and seasons of them, and they get it. Whatever it is, they get it, and they connect with that it differently. Both of them, the way they connect with it is different in their empathy, in their humility, in their vulnerability, and it feels familiar. And outside of these two women, I don't know the rest of you people. I'm not even trying to. I'm not messing. I'm not trying to be messy. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not trying to. As long as I'm concerned, most people in this world are AI. I'm used to, people who just I'm just used to all this shit. I also got to protect myself because I don't know what game people are playing. Like there's a lot of fake shit in this world. There's a lot of manipulation in this world. There's a lot of shit, and all this movement is triggering. It's triggering. So I decided to stay home. So yeah, I just stay in my little corner, and yeah, I'm happily single. Fuck. I will probably depart this word single as fuck. And God Almighty, I have no interest in anyone at all. None. Zero. Deal. I'm okay. I think anyone in this world who is actively looking for a partnership, you either are tapped into some type of frequency that is foreign to me, or you're just batshit crazy. Cause what look for who in this eds? Nah, I'm good, bro. I date a whole rock. This place until I start seeing empathy in this world, emotional intelligence, until I start seeing people who are not as comfortable, who see what I see, who see through the illusions of this place. There's something about this place that just doesn't sit right, and seem right. There's something about this place. People who see it, who are about that life, and who want to do something about it. And you come correct because I recognize you. And then we brainstorm like, how can we overcome? How can we navigate through this place and go home to where we belong? And I get sucked into, because there's nothing impressive in this fucking place. Nothing. That's another thing too. Like the way people make a big deal out of things in this world. Like I had a car in Texas, a brand new car, Toyota hybrid. Washed the car. It's glistening. It's beautiful. It's dope. And I look at it, and I keep looking at it, and I couldn't see it. I don't know. I couldn't see it. I saw the beauty of it, but it's not complete. Where is the ugly? It doesn't make any sense. In this realm of polarity, I see the beauty in front of me, but where is the ugly? So as a result, I can't connect with it. I cannot connect with it. I can't. It's there. It's shiny. I'm supposed to be elated. I'm supposed to be over the joy because this is a dope ass SUV, black, everything black, black chromes, but I can't connect with it. I've seen people make a big deal of their Range Rovers and their mansion, the hush puppies of this world, the Gucci Prada, this and that, but I can't connect with it. I can see what it is about it that is beauty. I can see it, but it's just not complete. Where is the ugly? Where is the polarity of it? And why is it hidden? And who's hiding it? Can you imagine the energy that has been exchanged to have that beauty in front of you? Can you handle the truth behind it? And when you buy this Range Rover that is beautiful, you're exchanging money for the beauty. What are you exchanging for the ugly? The same way the ugly is hidden from you, the thing that you're exchanging for the ugly is also hidden from you. How come no one is asking these questions? I'm alone, Chad. Yeah, I don't get it. You get it or you don't get it? I don't want to make this video too long. Chinekele. Uche, peace and love, Chad. Ooh, Lord.